Hello everyone and oh that's loud. Sorry about that. I should probably lower my gain a bit. Uh, there we go, that should work. Hello everyone and welcome to week 1 day 4 of the Pro Baseball Experience. My name is Lumosityfan and I will be the streamer for you today. Now, on the left you have the schedule for today. On the right, we have some milestones, so I'm going to go through them real quick. Recent milestones: 1,000 hits by Big Vito of the San Antonio Slots, 300 doubles by Instantaneous Peter Oatmeal III of the Vancouver Vandals, 250 doubles by James Lutz of of the San Antonio Slots, 250 doubles for Max Power of the Death Valley Scorpions, 450 walks for James Lutz of the San Antonio Slots, 300 stolen bases for James Dion of the New York Voyagers, 300 stolen bases for Mike Forbes Jr. of the Buffalo Surge, 100 saves for John Moss, and I misspelled. Actually, no, you can blame Punk for that. Sorry, Punk. Although I should have checked. John Monston of the Lunar Base Space Rangers. Sorry, Duke. 2,000 strikeouts for Evil Dictator of the San Antonio Slots. 1,500 strikeouts for Pax Torn of the Providence Crabs. 1,250 strikeouts for Quentin O'Quarters of the Detroit Demons. 1,000 strikeouts for Manor Wright of the Lunar Base Space Rangers. 1,750 innings pitched for Postcard of the Death Valley Scorpions. 1,500 innings pitched for San Antonio of the San Antonio Slots. And we have some possible milestones this sim. 1,500 hits for Reggie Shrub of the Vancouver Vandals. He is 4 away. 1,250 hits for Matt Dubson of the Vancouver Vandals. He is 2 away. 250 doubles for Michael Williams of the Boise Raptors. He is 1 away. 450 walks for TGP of the New York Voyagers. He is 2 away. 300 stolen bases for Arthur Morgan of the Lunar Base Space Rangers. He is 2 away. 125 wins for Sportsboy57 of the New Orleans Rougarou. He is 1 away. 100 wins for CC Bouchard of the Seattle Sea Serpents. He is 1 away. And 1,000 strikeouts for Allegra Macarena of the Lunar Base Space Rangers. He is 6 away. So we're going to get started, and for warning, it will probably crash. So it's a thing that happens. So I'm going to go quickly into the stream, and let's see what happens. I'm going to save to be sure, because you never know. Sorry, I just had lunch, so my mouth is... And it crashed. Yep, knew it. Knew it. Of course, so... Yeah. So let's... Jesus Christ. Fun stuff. So I guess you can see the schedule and the milestones for a little bit longer. Sorry. Jesus Christ. Fun times in the booth. Alright, the file is back up. And let's get into the action. So no major scores today. We had the minor scores yesterday. So let's go forward a day. And no majors games because we have our first primetime game, which I'm going to remind myself what that is. I don't want to switch tabs. Looks like that is the Outer Banks Aviators and the Cancun Toros. Primetime number 5. Yeah. So, mods, if you wanna, great, you have a prediction going. So, as soon as I get into the manage games, do not press quick play. That would be bad. Press manage game. I'm gonna give you a minute or two to get your predictions in. A pretty even matchup. Two of the tougher teams. I'm gonna lower my gain here. Two of the tougher teams in the whole league, I would say. The Outer Banks Aviators are sort of treading water at this point, while the Toros are one of the masterclass teams of the league. Johnny Quest starting for Cancun, Gianna Morgan starting for the Aviators, as I am going to make a bet. First plate appearance, out or not? Looks like there was 72% on out, so I'm going to help the odds out. Not out. Not out. Not out chance. Whatever. I'm betting on not out. That I don't feel like correcting that, so. I'm gonna give you guys like 30 more seconds. Let's get those channel points in. So far, 7,500 so far. Let's see if we can get that to 10,000 channel points. Oh, yeah, 7,500. All right. So let's get started. Let's make sure all the settings are good. Yep, looks good, looks good, looks good, looks good, looks good. We want BNN on. And let's begin. As we have Danny Brennan starting this game against Johnny Quest in Cancun. Let's see how the prediction goes. As soon as I go through a lot of stuff. And that's a fly ball to left field that will be caught. So congrats to the outs for winning that bet. Cole Kim will bat, and he will take a walk. So runner at first with one out for Babberperson, hitting 293 on the season. And there's a ground ball to third, to second, but to first for the double play. And that will erase the base runner as we head to the bottom of the first. As Lauren Jackson will lead it off for the Toros against Gianna Morgan. As that will be a fly ball out to the center fielder there for out number one. Blueski will bat, as that will be a base hit in front of the right fielder there for a single. Runner at first with one out for Jingleheimer Schmidt. As he will swing and miss for out number two. As Greenwald will bat, as that will be a ground ball to the pitcher who will throw to first for the third out. As that will be a scoreless bottom of the first. Top of the second we go. As Karu leads it off. That will be a fly ball to center field. Will be caught for out number one. Khan will get a base hit past the diving third baseman and into left, and that will be a sliding double. So each side now has one hit each for Donuts. As Donuts will look at strike three looking. Fielder will get a fly ball to left. That will be caught by the center fielder there for the third out. As we head to the bottom of the second. As Sims will bat. That will be a ground ball to third, throw to first for the first out. Q will get a fly ball to right field. That will be caught for out number two. As Rock Out with your Cox Out will get a fly ball to the third baseman. That will be caught for out number three, and that's a scoreless bottom of the second. Top of the third we go, starting with Aaron Henry, the left fielder. As that's a base hit. He does not go around to second, as we have a base runner with Brooks who bunts. As the bunt is successful, runner goes to second. As there's one out. Brennan will get a ground ball to the first baseman, but the runner will go to third with two out. As Kim will get a fly ball to left field, but that is caught. That angle is deceiving, as the Aviators cannot capitalize on the men on third. Bottom of the third. As Burns will get a base hit just past the second baseman and into center for a single. Aza will bunt. That's a fly out, so that's not a good bunt try there. That's a first out for Jackson now. And Jackson will get a base hit down the left field line as the runner will go to third. He will stay put for a double. So the runner is a second and third with one out for Blueski. As there's a fly ball to center field that will be caught. Runner tags and will score. And we have the first run of this ball game by the Toros. It's 1-0. Jingleheimer Schmidt up the bat. As he gets a ground ball to second, throw to first for the third out. But the Toros strike first in this ball game, 1-0. As we see if the Aviators can answer back. As Babberperson will bat with a full count. He will get a base hit into left for a single. Runner at first with no out for Kawu. As Cowell will get a base hit past the third baseman there. Into left. As the runner holds at second for Khan. As Khan will swing and a miss for out number 1. Sorry. Donuts will bat, and he will get a fly ball to center field. That will be caught. Runner does not tag and stays at second. For fielder, who takes a walk. Bases loaded, 2 out now for Henry. As Henry will get a ground ball to short to second, and that will end the threat. As nice work pitching there by Johnny Quest as he avoids any damage. We head to the bottom of the 4th. As Wall will get a fly ball to left. That will be caught by the... No, it is an error dropped by the shortstop. As that will be a double, although I guess... I don't know how they'll score that. And that will be a fly ball to left field for Sims. That's an out. Q will bat. As Q will get a ground ball to third to first. The runner stays at second with 2 out for Cox out. As Cox out will get a dink shot over the third baseman's head, and that will lead to a run. Oh no, what a throw by the left fielder there. Wall is out at the plate. I thought that was safe. So what a play by left fielder Henry. As Brooks will bat. Swing and a miss for out number 1. Let's see if they can parlay that defensive magic into runs. As Brennan, top of the order again. As that will be a fly ball to left field. Very high fly ball that's caught for the second out. Kim will get a nice sliding grab by the center fielder there to rob a hit. And it is still 1-0 Cancun. As the Aviators go down in order. As Burns will get a fly ball to left field, and that is caught at the warning track. Left field getting some action, as that will be a base hit into left for a single by Aza. Runner at first with 1 out for Jackson. With a full count, takes a walk. Runner at first and second with 1 out for Bluesky. As Bluesky will get a ground ball to short to second to first for the double play and avoids further damage. As it is still 1-0 Toros, top of the 6th. Beverperson will bat. As that will be a ground ball to the second baseman who throw to first for the first out. Kawu will get a base hit in front of the center fielder there for a single. Khan will bat now. He swings and misses for out number 2. Donuts will get a base hit. They will send him around third, and he will stay put. I realized that wording wasn't accurate technically, but whatever. Fielder will get a ground ball to second, short to second, and that will be the end of that threat. So the Aviators cannot get anything going despite those base runners. Bottom of the 6th. Jingheimer Schmidt will bat, as that will be a ground ball to the second baseman there. Throw to first for the first out. Wall will get a fly ball over the head of the center fielder there all the way to the wall, and that's a sliding double. Runner at second with 1 out for Sims. As Sims will get a base hit, runner around third, and is coming around to score. As the Toros double the lead, it's 2-0. Q will bat. As Q will get a base hit all the way to the wall. They will send the runner, and he will score. And it is 3-0 Toros on an RBI double by JQ. As Croxout will bat. As that will be a ground ball to shortstop to first. But more damage. No, that's the second out. Burns will swing and a miss. So that is the third out. But more damage done by the Toros. As it is a 3-0 game now. Top of the 7th we go. As the Aviators want to get something on the board here. Henry will get a scribbler to the pitcher who will throw to first for the first out. Brooks will take a walk. Runner at first with 1 out for Brennan. As there is a fly ball out to the left fielder there. Nice play by Q for a walk by Kim. As Babaperson will get a ground ball to start to first, and that's the end of the top of the 7th. Aviators have had plenty of chances to score and have not done anything with those chances. Stretch time in Cancun as Aza will get a ground ball to third. That will be thrown out for out number 1. Jackson will bat, and that will be a base hit past the diving third baseman and into left for a single. Runner at first with 1 out for Bluesky. As Mason Williams enters the ballgame for the Aviators, as there will be a walk. Runner at first and second with 1 out for Jingleheimer Schmidt, as he will swing and a miss for out number 2. Wall now, as that will be a base. That's a weird base hit. That leads to a run. That's a weird animation. I don't know how to explain that, but it leads to one more run anyways. Must have been one of those like weird dinky shots that you see, and that's a strikeout by Sims, but more damage done by the Toros as it is 4-0. As Aviators just trying to get on the board here. They start with Karu, who faced Wayne Wheeler, who gets a fly ball out to the left fielder there for a first out. Khan will get a fly ball out to the right fielder there for the second out. Donuts will get a ground ball to the shortstop, and that's a third out, as the Aviators are still scoreless. Bottom of the 8th, last chance for the Toros, as Q will bat, as that will be a fly ball to the second baseman there for the first out. Crocs out will take a walk. Runner at first with 1 out for Burns. Burns will get a ground ball to third, to second, to first for the double play, as the Toros cannot score. Top of the 9th, 4 to tie, 5 or more to lead. As fielder with a full count takes a walk. Runner at first with no out for Henry. Henry takes a walk. So they're trying to get something going here with Brooks now. Swing and a miss for out number 1, and that, I don't know, shouldn't have swung at that. That's outside the strike zone. Cap penalty in the ball game now for Cancun. That's a grab on the first, to second, to first, and the game is over. The Toros win 4-0. As we go through some box scores real quick. 2 hits for Karu, that's the lone bright spot for the Aviators. 3 hits for Wall, and 2 hits for Jackson, but everyone but Jingleheimer Schmidt contributed on the hit column. For the pitching, Morgan gets the loss, Quest gets the win, penalty the save, and Johnny Quest is your player of the game. As let's go ahead and save. And now time to go through some box scores. The Apex, no, they get a 5-run bottom of the 7th to win against the Slots, 7-5. Look at that. Looks like a bases clearing triple by Milligan against DePoyle. For the hitting, we have 2 hits, 3 RBIs for Longpipe. Looks like on a 3-run home run. We have 3 hits for McKenzie and Milligan, 4 RBIs for Milligan. As we have a bunch of other players getting 2 hits as well. For the pitching, DePoyle gets the loss, McThumpo gets the win, Chapler the save, and Curtis McKenzie is your player of the game. Saw that one. Sea Serpents beat the Surge 2-1. Sorry. For the hitting, we have 2 hits each for Wizard, Monster, and Savage. 2 hits for Hayes, but they made the most out of their hits. For the pitching, Joe gets the loss, Toll gets the win, Bouchard the hold, Bright the save, Bazooka Joe is your player of the game. The Rougarou beats the Crabs 8-6 on a 4-run walk-off. 3-run home run by Shanahan against DePotson. What a way to win. I mean, you see right there. For the hitting, 2 hits each for McGuire, Goose, Rye, Chicey Jr., and Alligator. 2 hits each for Fakar, Goose, Stradley Jr., Stradley, Tulowitzki, and 3 hits for McClobber. 3 RBIs for Shanahan. For the pitching, DePotson will get the loss and the blown save. Tentacion the hold, LaRock the win, and the blown save. Sportsboy 57 is your player of the game. The Scorpions will beat the Voyagers 10-0. For the hitting, just 5 hits for New York, but 2 hits for which cove is this? Arrow Cove. I love I have to actually look at that specifically. 3 hits for Slammer 10-minute version, 2 hits for Marilla and Osman, 3 RBIs for Kuma. Poker gets the loss. Tsunami the second gets the win. 8 shutout innings. Nice work there. All 2 or 10-minute version is your play of the game. The Space Rangers will beat the Pathfinders 3-1. For the hitting, we have 2 hits each for Namute and Johnson Jr. Just a bunch of single hits for the Lunar Base Space Rangers. Just one of those days. Oh, ouch. For the pitching, Starscream gets the loss, Manor Wright gets the win, Marston the save, and Manor Wright is your play of the game. The Stars will beat the Vandals 4-3 on a walk-off. Sacrifice fly by Tony Yeboah against Zion wins. For the hitting, we have 2 hits for Garfield and Catcher Scudder, 3 hits for Windsor, 2 hits for Yeboah, Hirahara, and Sav. For the pitching, Williams gets the loss, Crunk Jr. the hold, Hitosu Yanagi gets the win and the blown save, and Cesar Azwaje is your play of the game. And finally, we have the Demons beating the Raptors 10-3. For the hitting, we have 2 hits for Gonzalez and Motor Man, 3 hits for Emeritus, 3 hits, 4 RBIs for Jackinson, 2 hits for Dogwood and Granholm. For the pitching, Cove gets the loss, Man gets the win, and Apollo is your play of the game. That's it for the majors. Let's take a look at the minors. No minors games, so we finished today, and we have our second primetime game, I believe. I'm going to double check. Yes, we have the Toronto Pathfinders against the Lunar Base Space Rangers. Once I can find it. So I'm going to give you guys time to bet. Let's get a bet going. So yeah, mods, if you want to get a prediction going, that would be fabulous. Okay, that's fine. Yeah, I just want to make sure that there was a bet. Yeah, I don't really care what the bet is. Alright. So should I just start it and then you guys will have that set up? Oh, okay, perfect. So, I'll still give you guys like a minute, and then we can get started. I'm gonna get some points in. Sorry, Luna Base. This is purely for hedging my bet. Also emotional. Alright. We have 5 seconds left. Well, obviously you guys will close it then, so let's get started. We have Psyduck against Allega Macarena. Should be a fun one. as Namite will lead it off. As we get, can we get it? As that will be a base hit for the Pathfinders in front of the right fielder there. For a single, and there's a stolen base attempt, and he's safe. Runner at second now for Mills, as that will be a fly ball catch by the center fielder there. Nice play by Erickson as the runner tags and goes to third. As that will be a fly ball to right field, that will be caught. Tagging at third is the runner, and he is safe. So that's a score for the Pathfinders as they lead 1-0. Pozutsky will bat as swing and a miss for out number 3, sorry. But the Pathfinders strike first, 1-0. So Space Rangers try to answer back. Morgan will lead it off with a full count. Takes a walk. Runner at first with no out for Eminem. As Eminem will swing and a miss for out number 1. Alvarez will bat. And stolen base attempt. And he's safe. Runner at second with one out for Alvarez. That's a fly ball out to the right field. No! Nice play by the right fielder there. What an arm. As he is gunned down. Bad decision by Morgan. Although I guess I can totally understand. As Lawson will get a base. No! Nice grab by... Hey, me. Yay, I did something. Nice play by the second baseman there to save a hit. There's a ground ball out to the third baseman by Brinkley Jr. Love will bat, and he will get a ground ball out to the first baseman. As that's a 1-2-3 inning for the Pathfinders. Bottom of the second. Chains will bat now. As that will be a walk. Runner at first with no out for Hokovato. So Hokovato will get a fly ball to right. That will be caught. Runner stays at first for Newman. That's a base hit. Runner stays at second. And it is runners at first and second with one out for Cross Erickson. As that will be a walk. Bases loaded. One out for Buoyant. As Buoyant takes a walk. Game tied. Bases loaded still again with one out for In the Lake. As In the Lake strikes out looking for out number 2. That was a close. Ooh, oh boy. Morgan will get a fly ball to left field. Out of here. Grand slam for Morgan. It is 5-1 Space Rangers now. That's a way to blow open a ball game. As Eminem will bat. As he will swing and a miss. That was a wild pitch, but he throws it to first to complete the strikeout. But 5 runs in the bottom of the second means that the Space Rangers lead 5-1. Top of the third, Lewis will get a base hit as they try to answer back a little bit at least. As Catter will bat. As that was a base hit up the middle. So runner stays at second now for Namite, who scored the game's first run, and that will be a walk. So bases loaded, no outs for Mills. As we have almost identical situations back to back, as there's a fly ball out. Nice grab there. Runner is out! We have 2 great plays by the right fielder in both games, but there's a base hit, and there will be 2 runs. As this game is wild. 5-3 Nooner base now on a 2 RBI single by Johnson Jr. As there's a walk by Pozutsky. And oh boy. Lawson will get a fly ball to right field, and that's out of here. As offense galore in this game as the Pathfinders take the lead 6-5. Oh boy. That's wow. As Brinkley Jr. will bat. As that will be a fly ball out to the catcher to end the top of the third. But what a game we've had. 2 back-to-back 5-run innings. I mean, you can't make this stuff up. Bottom of the third we go, as now it's the Space Rangers' turn to try to answer back. Alvarez will get a base hit for a single. Chains will bat. He is hot right now, and he will... That's, no, they didn't get him. As Chains will get a fly ball to center. As that will be out. Runner stays at first for Hokovato. As Hokovato will get a base hit all the way to the wall. Are they going to send it around third? They will, and the game is tied. RBI triple. Is that a triple? Double. I guess a double third on the throw. The game is tied 6-6 as Newman will face J. Dr. Jr. and that's a walk. Runners at the corners with one out for Cross Erickson. There's a base hit and the Space Rangers take the lead. 7-6. Oh man. As Buoyant will bat. As that will be a ground ball to second, too short to first, and the double play is in play. But the Space Rangers do enough to take the lead. It is 7-6. As Love will get a fly ball. No, sorry, ground out to the shortstop for out number 1. Lewis will get a base hit for. I love that we have 11 hits and 13 runs. I mean, Kato will get a base hit up the middle as the runner go around to third and is safe standing up. As Namite will bat, runners at the corners with one out, and there's a fly ball out, tagged, and will be, no, is that, he's safe, what the, okay, that's, alright, I don't know what's happened there, but the game is tied nonetheless. As Mills will get a base hit, runner will come around to score, and he's out! That's a bad decision by the third basic coach. As that saves the tie game at least. But speaking of a tie game, the game is tied now. Bottom of the fourth. In the Lake will bat. As that will be a walk. Oh my goodness. Runner at first with no out for Morgan. As Morgan will swing and a miss for out number 1. Eminem will bat. As Brandon Maurer will face him now. And that will be a strikeout looking for out number 2. Alvarez will bat. That will be a ground ball to second. No, short to second. But that will be an out. And that will be the end of the bottom of the fourth. Top of the fifth. As Buzz Lightyear enters the ball game for Luna Base. As it is now a bullpen game. There's a swinging strikeout by Johnson Jr. for out number 1. Kozutsky will bat. That will be a base hit all the way to the wall. That will be a stand-up double. Lawson, who had a big home run earlier in this ball game. That will not be the case. Instead, it will be a ground out to third, but the runner goes to third with 2 out for Brinkley Jr. As that will be a base hit, and the Pathfinders take the lead. RBI single by Brinkley Jr. As Love will bat, and he swings and misses for out number 3. But the Pathfinders take the lead 8-7. This should have been over under runs. It's okay. You couldn't have predicted that necessarily. Chains will bat, as that will be a base hit all the way to the wall, and that will be a stand-up double. So runner at scoring position for Hokovato. As Hokovato, there's a wild pitch. No, and the runner does not go. Hokovato will get a base hit past the shortstop. They will send him around third, and he will be safe. So the game is tied again, 8-8. I wonder how many ties we're gonna have in this ball game. I think like 3 at this point. 3, something like that. There's a fly ball to center field by myself, and that will be an out. Newman. Cross Erickson will face Jack Toussaint. That will be a strikeout looking for out number 3. No, 2. I love that we've had like 3 pitching changes, and it's the 5th inning. There was a fly ball out by Buoyant to the catcher. But the game is tied again. I think it's been like 4 times now? 5 times? Whatever. Lots of ties. Lewis will get a ground ball to the short, and that's an out for out number 1. Catter will get a ground ball to second, who will throw to first for the second out. Namite will get a base hit all the way to the wall on the right field side. He goes past second and is safe at third for a triple. So Mills trying to bring him home. As Mills will do so, base hit all the way to the wall. As that's an RBI double by Mills, and the Pathfinders take the lead again. 9-8. As Johnson Jr. will swing and a miss for out number 3. But the Pathfinders take the lead again. How many times have we said that? Let's see if the Space Rangers can respond again. In the lake, will bat. Is that a base hit? Oh my goodness. Base hit by In the Lake. Runner at first with no out for Morgan. As that is a fly ball out to the center fielder there for out number 1. Eminem will get a scribbly the short to second to first for the double play. And I think this is the first time in a while that the Pathfinders actually have the lead. Instead of just like, oh, we have the lead and then the Space Rangers take it back or something like that. So Benjamin will face Jose Przeski, and that's a walk. Runner at first with no out for Lawson. Walk again for Benjamin. This is not a good start. As Brinkley Jr. swings and misses for out number 1 on a borderline pitch. Love will get a fly ball to center field, and that's out of here. A 3-run home run for Mo Love as the Pathfinders is breaking the game open. 436 feet to dead center. Yes, he would love to have that pitch back, I'm sure. As Lewis will bat. Swing and a miss for out number 2. Catter will bat. Will get a ground ball to the second baseman there, but cannot get the throw. It just eats it for a single. Namite will take strike 3 looking, but 3 runs in the top of the 7th gives the Pathfinders a 12-8 lead as stretch time in Luna base. As Alvarez will bat with a full count, and he gets a ground ball to the shortstop. That will be an out. Chains will get a nice grab by the center fielder there for a second out. Hokovado will swing and a miss for out number 3, and that's a scoreless bottom of the 7th. Top of the 8th. As Mills will bat with a full count. That's a ground ball to the shortstop, who will throw to first for the first out. Johnson Jr. will get a fly out to the center fielder there. For out number 2, Przeski will get a fly ball out to the right fielder there, as that's a 1-2-3 inning for the Pathfinders. We head to the bottom of the 8th. As Newman will face Grayson Yates. As that will be a base hit down the right field line. That will be a stand-up double. So the Space Rangers trying to get back some of that lead they had before. As Erickson will get a fly ball to center field, and that's caught by the center fielder there. Runner tags and goes to third, and is safe. Buoyant will take a walk. Runners up the corners with 1 out for In the Lake. As In the Lake will swing and a miss for out number 2. Morgan up to the plate with a full count. Gets a... No! What a grab by the shortstop. And that will save a run. Probably 2, depending on how deep it was. And that will end the bottom of the 8th. And that will be a base hit past the diving first baseman by Lawson. And he will stay at first with a strong throw by the right fielder. As Brinkley Jr. will get a base hit past the second baseman. Runner goes to third and is safe standing up. As Love will get a base hit, run scores. It is a 13-8 Toronto now. It's like the Argonauts are secretly here. Lewis will get a ground ball to third to second to first for the double play. And that will be 2 outs now. Runner goes to third for Catter, and he swings and misses for out number 3. And the Space Rangers have the work cut out for them. 5 runs to tie, 6 to win. But I mean, they've done 5-run innings before, so it's not impossible. Eminem will get a fly ball to whatever infield is there. I think the shortstop will be first out. Alvarez will get a fly ball out to the left fielder there. Last chance in chains. As that will be a fly out, and the game is over. Toronto wins this one 13-8. Quickly going to box scores, we have a lot of hits. I mean, a lot of hits. 2 hits, 4 RBIs for Love, 4 RBIs for Morgan. For the pitching, Toussaint gets the win, Lightyear the loss, and Kevin Lawson's your player of the game. Lots of pitchers used. As we're gonna save. We go through some box scores now. The Apex will win again against the Sloths 4-3. Takes a 3-run bottom of the 6th. For the hitting, 2 hits for Cold and Lanakai, 4 hits for McKenzie. For the pitching, Sauber gets the loss, Rove the win, Esparza the hold, Chapler the save, and Connor McKenzie is your player of the game and ties the Champions regular season game record for doubles with 4. And I love that all of its hits were doubles. That's pretty incredible. The Sea Serpents win against the Surge 5-0. For the hitting, we have 4 hits for Buffalo, 2 hits for Jacob Plant and Angel. For the pitching, Hooper gets the loss, Diaz the win, Alyssa Jacob is your player of the game. No, I don't want that. I want this. Crabs beat the Rougarou 4-0. Hitting, 3 hits for Shiesty Jr., 2 hits for McGuire and Rye. Just 3 hits for all of New Orleans. For the pitching, and sorry if my voice went a little bit soft, I was adjusting the gain. Complete game shutout for Choi. 9 innings pitched, 0 runs, 4 strikeouts is the player of the game. North gets the loss. And for the Voyagers, they beat the Scorpions 6-3. For the hitting, 2 hits for DeMars, TGP, Moose, 3 hits for Cove, Arrow Cove, 3 hits for Salmon Arms, 2 hits for Osman. For the pitching, Crawford gets the win, Lebowski the loss, and Crawford is your player of the game. We saw that one. Stars beat the Vandals 9-2. For the hitting, we have just 4 hits for Vancouver, 2 hits, 2 RBIs for Steiner, and 43 1/4. 2 hits for Salamanca, 3 RBIs as well. For the pitching, Lothbrok gets the loss, Claude Addy the win. Salamanca is your player of the game. The Demons beat the Raptors 13-2. For the hitting, we have 2 hits from Williams, 2 hits for Gunk Jr., Therese, Apollo, Dogwood, 3 for Burnside, 4 RBIs for Burnside as well. For the pitching, Ovechkin gets the loss, Page the win, and Burnside is your player of the game. Finally, the Toros beat the Aviators 2-1 thanks to a 2-run bottom of the 6th. For the hitting, 2 hits for Brooks, just a bunch of single hits for Cancun. Loss gets, for the pitching, Sheets gets the loss, Stroh gets the win, complete game, and is your player of the game. And we're going to go to the minors now. As the Hepcats will win against the Bears 7-5. For the hitting, 2 hits for Ixon, Gonzalez Jr., Patterson, 3 RBIs as well. 2 hits for Steve-O, Lawrence, Thriller, and Mathers, and 4 RBIs as well. For the pitching, Mitchell gets the loss, T-shirt Cutter the win, Jekker the save, Mathers the player of the game. The Kingpins will beat the Limas 2-1 on a walk-off. Game-winning run-scoring single by Pedro Blanco. For the hitting, 3 hits for Gumby, 2 hits for Kruger, and 2 hits for Beach. For the pitching, Ishioka gets the loss, Pecor the win, and Sema Callis Jr. is your player of the game. For the Dillos, they win against the Flamingos 3-1. For the hitting, 2 hits for King, 3 hits for Gordon and Shrew, 2 hits for Name and Whirlwind. For the pitching, Stoner gets the loss, Shrew gets the blown save, Blahaj gets the win, like both the save. Arcanum is your player of the game. One sec, I got a ping. Sorry about that. I know what it is. And for the next game is the Firehawks. They will win against the Swifties 3-0, all in the 5th inning. For the hitting, 2 hits for Yoshironi, 2 hits for McGillicuddy, T1000, Jolly, and Newfan. For the pitching, McChapperson gets the loss, Bigley the win, Conklin the hold, 43 1/4. The 43 Junior gets the save. Joseph Jolly is your player of the game. And finally, the Ranas will win against the Wheelers 12-4. For the hitting, 3 hits for Barry, 2 hits for Justice Jr. and Berezowski, and Stern, 4 RBIs as well for Berezowski, and 2 hits for Reyes and Cove. For the pitching, Lycan gets the win, Fisher the loss. Griffin Barry is your player of the game. And we're going to save. I'm going to go quickly say this in my locker room. There we go. Cool. And let's go to the next sim day. And I'm going to double check what day it is. This is Boise versus Vancouver, primetime number 6. I'm going to give you guys a minute to go to the predictions, as I will be right back. I'm going to the bathroom. So, see you guys in a bit. I am back. Who pinged me? Oh, I see it now. Cool. Both. I always do that. You know, you gotta be clean. Make sure to wash your hands, everyone. Alright, let's see. How much time left is... Oh, we need more points on this. 956, really? We gotta get more points in this. I'm gonna help out. We gotta get some points in this. I'm gonna give you guys, like... 30 seconds. So get your points in, please. There we go. Alright, let's get started. Boise and Vancouver, primetime number 6. Crash Jackson against Tucker Montgomery. As it will be Gonzalez Jr. against Crash Jackson. As that will be a ground ball. No, an infield hit for for Gonzalez. As that's a single. As does a stolen base attempt, and he's safe. Runner at second with no out for Vacuum. As Vacuum will get a base hit. Runner goes around the third and will score. And already we have a 1-0 lead for the Raptors. Thanks to an RBI single by Vacuum. He does a stolen base attempt, and he's safe. Vacuum with a stolen base, his first of the year. As Emeritus will get a weird bouncer. That will be an out to the shortstop. As McMagic will take a walk. Runner at first and second with one out for Allen. As Allen will get a fly ball to right. That will be caught. Runner does not tag. That's a bit surprising, but considering the arm, that might be prudent. There's a fly ball out to the left fielder by Cove, and that's a 1 run for the Raptors in this top of the first now. Bottom of the first, we'll see if Vancouver can answer back. As Swift Jr. will bat, and he gets a ground ball to first to take it to the bag for the first out. Garfield will get a base hit all the way to the wall in that deep outfield. There's a sliding triple for Garfield, as we already have a runner in scoring position with one out for Hayes, and that will be a base hit, and the game is tied. Hayes, an RBI single. As King Jr. will bat. King Jr. will get a fly ball out to the third baseman for the second out. Oatmeal the third will get a ground out to the second baseman, as that will be a run for the Vancouver Vandals, as the game is tied. Top of the second, as Williams will take strike three looking. Borderline pitch, so Motorman will bat, as that will be a base hit. Runner at first for McTavish. As McTavish will get a ground ball to short to second to first for the double play. And that will erase the base runner. Bottom of the second. We go. As Dubson will get a ground ball out to the first baseman there for out number 1. Catcher Scudder will get a fly ball to the center fielder there, who will catch it for out number 2. Shrub will get a base hit into center for a single. Brittles will bat. He will strike out looking for out number 3, and that's a scoreless bottom of the second. Top of the third. As Gonzalez will bat. As that will be a ground ball to the second baseman there, who will throw to first for the first out. Vacuum will get a ground ball to first to beat him out for the second out. Emeritus, the first, will swing and a miss for out number 3, and that's a scoreless top of the third. No score in that half of the inning. McMagic will bat. Swift Jr. will bat now, and he will take a walk. Runner at first with no out for Garfield. As Garfield will get a ground ball to the third baseman, who will throw it to second, and that's it. So Hayes now will get a base hit into the gap all the way to the wall. They will not send the runner. It's a bit surprising. No, I thought it was a ground rule double. Interesting. King Jr. will swing and a miss for out number 2. Opening the third. Will bat. And he gets a base hit. 1 run will score, and the Vandals take the lead. As Dubson will bat. As he will get a base hit all the way to the wall. That will be 1 run. Will they send the runner around third? They will, and he will score. As the Vandals increase their lead to 4-1. as Catcher Scudder will bat. As that will be a ground ball to the second baseman, and he will throw him out. But 3 runs in the bottom of the third give the Vandals the lead. As we head to the top of the fourth, see if Boise can answer back. Starting with McMagic, and that will be a base hit up the middle. So that's a good start for that, as runner at first with no out for Allen. As Allen will bunt, as that will be a successful bunt. Runner goes to second. Cove will bat. As Cove will take strike 3 looking for out number 2. Williams will get a fly ball to the third baseman there, who will catch it for out number 3. And that's a scoreless top of the fourth. Shrub will bat. A Shrub will get a ground ball to the second baseman. That will be an out. Brittles will get a base hit. Runner at first with 1 out for Swerve Jr. As that will be a base hit down the line all the way to the wall. They will not send the runner, as it is runner at second and third with 1 out for Garfield. As Garfield will get a ground ball to second to first, but the run will score as the Vandals expand their lead to 5-1. Hayes will bat, as that will be a walk. Runners at the corners with 2 out for King Jr. As Cooperstown gets into the ballgame now, and that will be a ground ball to third to second for the out. But the Vandals expand their lead. It is 5-1. As Motorman will bat, as that will be a base hit into center for the base runner to be on first. McTavish will get a grab out of short to second to first for the double play. And that will erase the base runner from Gonzalez, who strikes out looking as... oh boy, that's a bad call. Oh man. That will be some arguing, I'm sure, afterwards. As Oatman the third will bat, as that will be a base hit into right for a single. Dobson will bat. That will be a ground ball to second to short to first for the double play, and that also erases that base runner. Catcher Scudder will bat, and that will be a ground ball to first to take it to the bag for the out. So Vandals cannot score. Top of the 6th. As Corner Vacuum will bat, and that will be a fly ball to the shortstop for out number 1. Emeritus will get a ground ball to first to take it to the bag himself for the second out. McMagic will get a ground ball to second for the out. And that's a scoreless top of the 6th. As Shrub will bat. Shrub will swing and a miss for out number 1. Brittles will bat. And that's a swing and a miss for out number 2. Next up is Swerve Jr., who will swing and a miss, and that's a strikeout of the side for Cooperstown, as that's a scoreless bottom of the 6th. Top of the 7th we go, as Allen will lead it off against Mudbone. That's a base hit up the middle, as that's a runner at first with no out for Cove. As Cove will swing and a miss for out number 1. Williams, stolen base attempt, and he's safe. 8th stolen base for Allen this season. As Williams will get a base hit over the shortstop's head. They will not send the runner at third, and it is runners at the corners with 1 out for Motoid Man. As that's a swing and a miss for out number 2. McTavish up to bat, and there's a stolen base attempt, and he's safe. As the pitch is thrown, and yes, there's a ground ball to the first baseman there, to the bag for the third out. There's nothing going there. Stretch time in Vancouver. As Garfield will swing and a miss for out number 1. Hayes will bat. As that's a strikeout looking for out number 2. King Jr. will face Young Cook. As there is a fly ball to left for out number 3. As that's a scoreless bottom of the 7th. Top of the 8th we go now. As Gonzalez will get a ground ball to the pitcher there, and he will throw it to first for the first out. Vacuum will get a fly ball to center field that will be caught for out number 2. Emeritus will get a ground ball past the diving third baseman and into left for a sliding double. The runner at second with 2 out for McMagic. As McMagic will face Gustavo Fring. As that will be a base hit. They will send the runner around third and he will score, and the Boise Raptors get back on the board. It is 5-2 Vandals. As Allen will bat. As that will be a fly ball to left field, and that is caught at the warning track for out number 3. So close to getting this ball game interesting. But they do make it more interesting. It's 5-2 now. As Young Cook still in the ball game against Oatmeal to third. As does a scribbler to the second baseman, and that will be an out. Dobson will take strike 3 looking for out number 2. Catcher Scudder will bat. As that will be a ground ball to third. That'll be an out. A big yawn there. As last chance for the Raptors, 3 to tie, 4 to lead. As we have Cove batting. That will be a fly ball to center. That's an out. As Williams will get a ground ball out to the second baseman. Last chance for Boise is Motoring Man. As that's a base hit into center. So runner at first with 2 out for McTavish. As McTavish will get a ground ball to third base, and that's a ball game. Vancouver wins 5-2. As we go through the box scores, 2 hits for McMagic and 3 hits for Motoring Man. 2 hits for Hayes and Oatmeal the third. For the pitching, Montgomery gets the loss. Jackson the win. Crash Jackson is your player of the game. Two, three, cool. Those are pie. I got ice cream just now, so it'll take me a while. Oh, very good. Let's see, where are we? Let's just save. Try for your grumbleness. mm. There we go. Oh, that's good. So yeah, the slots will beat the Pathfinders 4-3. As we have 2 hits from Namite and Johnson Jr., 3 hits for Lutz, 2 hits for Longpie, Vito, and Albies. For the pitching, Scepter Welcome gets the loss. Kumo the win, and Big Vito is your player of the game. Oh, sorry. Yeah, what I said as I was saving, and I had ice cream in my mouth, so that's why I was jumbled up. So that's my bad. Yeah. So anyway, let's go to the next game, and that's the Surge beating the Crabs 10-7. Okay, testing. I thought for a second my voice was off. For the hitting, we have 2 hits for Saishi Jr., McGuire, Ryan, Benito, and Cove. 2 hits for Horvis Jr. and Monster and Valor Jr. For the pitching, we have DeSoto getting the loss. Hackenbush the win. Delete the index. Gets the save. Forbes Jr. is your play of the game. I do want to ramp it up a bit. Okay. Yeah, I'm going to do that, actually. Yeah, that's good, actually. Sorry, I wish I could give it to you guys. Thanks. Alright, so let's go to the next game, which is the Voyagers beating the Aviators 7-1. For the hitting, we have 3 hits for Babbitt Person, 2 hits for TGP Moose, and Fergusdale and Dion. For the pitching, we have Jones getting the loss, Patey V2 the win, and Johnny Patey V2 is your player of the game. We saw that. Cool. The Stars will beat the Demons 5-3. For the hitting, we have 2 hits for Jackinson, 3 hits for Gunk Jr. and 2 Rees, 2 hits for Steiner, Jaboa 43 and a quarter. For the pitching, we have Joe Quarters getting the loss, Setsu Yanagi getting the win, Rodriguez the save, and Yaboa is your player of the game. The Sea Surfers will beat the Rugu 3-0. For the hitting, we have just a bunch of single hits for New Orleans, as 2 hits for Hayes and Jacob. For the pitching, Silence gets the loss, Cookie the win, Bouchard the hold, Bright the save, Cookies to player of the game. The Toros will beat the Scorpions 4-1. For the hitting, we have 3 hits for Bluesky, 2 hits for Wall, and 2 hits for Osman. For the pitching, Samson gets the win, Knock the hold, Wheeler the save, and Jones is your Jones gets the loss. Ike Sampson is your player of the game. Finally, we have the Space Rangers beating the Apex 4-2. For the hitting, we have 2 hits for Morgan and Cross Erickson. Let's see. Just a bunch of single hits for Indianapolis. Hippocrates gets the win, Marston the save, Gunn gets the loss, and Hippocrates is your player of the game. Alright, let's see. Sorry, 1 second, I'm just posting in the locker room. Alright, there we go. What? Well, I'm not gonna say it, sorry. I'm not gonna say it like that. You know I'm gonna say it how it looks. Sorry, I know what he's talking about, it's okay. And let's go to the minors. As the Wheelers will win 8-7. That's a wild box score. As we have 3 hits for Thomas and Stern, 2 hits for DeYoung and Cove. The 3 hits for Cove and McNeely. We have Shirazi getting the loss, Abernathy Jr. getting the win, Kinsella the hold, Grimes the save, and O'Slams is your play of the game. The Dillos will beat the Flamingos 6-3. For the hitting, we have 2 hits each for Fernandez and DeVille, 4 hits for Ruiz. For the pitching, Green gets the loss next to the win, Man the hold, Force the save, and Kirby Bernard is your play of the game. For the Firehawks, they win like 12-7 against the Swifties. For the hitting, we have 3 hits, 4 RBIs for Cool Crab, 3 hits for Yuppie and Bear, 3 hits, 4 RBIs for Archer, and 4 hits for McGillicuddy. For the pitching, Bones gets the loss, Cove gets the win. Cool Crab is your play of the game. The Kingpins will beat the Lemurs 5-4. For the hitting, we have 2 hits for Randberg, McKinnon, and Bullworm, 2 hits for Simmons Jr., Simmons III, Capone, Essence, 3 hits for Davis Jr. For the pitching, McBobface gets the loss, Garoppolo gets the win, Davis Jr. is your play of the game. For the Bears, they beat the Hepcats 6-1. For the hitting, 2 hits for Gainey and Gonzalez Jr. and Ixon, 2 hits for Thriller and Marcus. For the pitching, Fielder gets the win, Margot gets the loss, and center fielder is your player of the game. And that's the minors for you. Did we? Oh, yeah, we went over that. Cool. I forgot. Oh, that's weird. How did that happen? Ah, it's okay. Let's first save. Yeah, we went over all of that. And so we have two quick sim games in a row. The next live the next live game will be Providence and Buffalo on the 22nd, and it is a 20th. So let's go through these box scores. As the Vandals will beat the Raptors 6-5 on a walk-up. Dan King Jr. gets a run-scoring single off of Tiny Chef. For the hitting, 2 hits for Emeritus and Williams, 3 hits for Motor Man, 2 hits each for Garfield, Hayes, King Jr., and Oatmeal III. For the pitching, Chef gets the loss, Wins gets the win and the blown save, Cove gets the hold, and Hayes is your player of the game. The Pathfinders will win against the Sloth 7-1. For the hitting, we have 2 hits for Lawson and Love and Catter, 3 hits for Brinkley Jr., 4 hits for Albies. For the pitching, Thrusterson gets the win, Dictator gets the loss, Harvey Brinkley Jr. is your player of the game. The Surge will beat the Crabs 6-2. For the hitting, 2 hits for McGuire and Rye, 2 hits for Wizard. For the pitching, Meta gets the loss, Roy the win, and Luis Leon Randall Jr. is your player of the game. Rain delay of 77 minutes in the 8th inning. The Aviators will win against the Voyagers 9-7. For the hitting, we have 4 hits, 3 RBIs for Babaperson, 3 hits, 3 RBIs for Frankenstero. For the pitching, Otto gets the win, McMorris Jr. gets the loss, Babaperson is your player of the game, and Danny Brennan ties the Aviators' regular season game record for walks with 4. The Sea Serpents will beat the Rougarou 5-4, thanks to a 5-run bottom of the 6th. For the hitting, 2 hits for Stradley, 2 hits, 3 hits, 2 hits for Quinn, 3 hits for Plant, 3 RBIs for Allard. For the pitching, Bay gets the loss, Diaz gets the win, James the hold, Bright the save, Piranha Plant is your player of the game. The Taurus will beat the Scorpions 5-4. For the hitting, we have 3 hits for Blueski, 2 hits for Aza, 2 hits for Salmon Arms Power, Slammer, Guerrero, 3 hits for Kuma. For the pitching, Penalty gets the win, Wheeler the save, Petrovic the loss, Blueski is your player of the game. The Stars will beat the Demons 8-5. For the hitting, we have 2 hits for Gunk Jr., 2 hits for 43 and a quarter, 3 RBIs for Jones. For the pitching, we have Beto getting the loss, Camden Jr. the win, Crunk Jr. the save, and Salamanca is your player of the game. And finally, the Space Rangers will beat the Apex 10-1. For the hitting, 3 hits, 4 RBIs for Eminem, 3 hits for Hokovato, 3 hits for Kyle. For the pitching, we have Idaduk getting the win, Razali the loss, Eminem is your player of the game. And that's it for the majors. We're going to head to the minors now. Let's save. And let's go through some box scores now. As the Firehawks will win against the Swifties 8-3. 3 hits for Andrews, 2 hits for UP and Barrow, 3 hits for Archer. For the pitching, Belong With Me gets the loss, Pitt gets the win, and Pitt is your player of the game. The Lemurs will beat the Kingpins 6-3, gaining 1 back. For the hitting, we have 3 hits for Kruger, 2 hits for McKinnon and Javier Franco, 2 hits for Murphy II, Davis Jr., and Beach. For the pitching, Mata gets the win, Ishioka getting the save, Ortiz gets the loss, and Kruger is your player of the game. And we have the Ranas beating the Wheelers 7-4. As we have the hitting, 2 hits, 4 RBIs for Thomas, 3 hits for Reyes. For the pitching, Matthews gets the win, Dr. LBG gets the hold, and Carnice gets the loss. Big Hood Thomas is your player of the game. The Dillos will beat the Flamingos 3-2. For the hitting, we have 2 hits for Catil, 2 hits for Bernard Toxum Ruiz. For the pitching, Jashawn gets the loss early, the win, Brett the hold, force the save, early is your player of the game. And finally, the Bears will beat the Hepcats 6-3. For the hitting, 3 hits for Torres and Gonzalez Jr. and 3 RBIs, 2 hits for Steve-O and Thriller. For the pitching, Go Johnson will get the win, the Paps the hold, Reynolds the save, Legacy point the loss, Carl Johnson is your player of the game. And that's it for the minors. We're going to save, and we have one more quick sim game before we get to the next primetime game. No minors games, no majors games. Beautiful. So now we are ready to go. Let's save. We are ready to go into the next game, which is Providence against Buffalo. Primetime number 7. Once I can find it. It'll be Pax Turan against Bazooka Joe. I'm going to give you guys a couple more seconds just to bet. Why not? Let's make it interesting. Gonna give you guys 30 more seconds. So we have a pretty even lineup. Alright, I think that's time to go. So I will be starting the game up. And let's begin. I don't know why I keep doing this, it's just habit. So Providence and Buffalo, primetime number 7. 2 really good teams. So this should be a fun one. Alligator leading it off against Bazooka Joe. As that will be a base hit. So that's the first base runner of the ball game for a single. Shicey Jr. prefers a stolen base attempt. He's safe. 20th for Alligator. As Shicey Jr. will get a fly ball to right. That will be caught. Runner tags and goes to third. And is safe standing up. So runner at third with 1 out for Fuse. As that's a fly ball to center field. And that's out of here. 2-run home run for Fuse as the Crabs lead this game early 2-0. 400 feet to dead center. As Benito will bat. As swing and a miss for out number 2. Rye will bat. Pretty hot. And he'll stay hot. Double down the line in left. Stand up double. As that's a runner at second with 2 out for Goose. As Goose will get a ground ball to short. That will be thrown out for out number 3. But the Crabs take the lead early. It is 2-0. Already the overs. Pretty happy, but still a long time. Torrent will face Mike Forbes Jr. with a full count, and he will take a walk. So runner at first with no out for Wizard, and there's a stolen base attempt, and he's out. Nice throw by the catcher to get rid of that base runner. And swing and a miss for out number 2 for Wizard. Monster will bat. Sorry, excuse me. As Monster will swing and a miss for out number 3, and that's a scoreless bottom of the first. We're at the top of the second now. As that will be a ground ball. No, an error by the second baseman there for McGuire to get on base. And that's an error. As Alou will bat. As that's a ground ball to the second to short to first for the double play. Nice defense by Buffalo. As Cove will swing and a miss for out number 3. As that's a scoreless top of the second. As Mustard will bat. As Mustard will get a base hit into left for a single. Runner at first with no out for Taylor. As Taylor swings and misses for out number 1. Denstro will bat, and he swings and misses for out number 2. Calavera will bat, and that's a walk. Runner at first and second with 2 out for Valor Jr. As that's a base hit. They will send the runner around third, and he will score. And the Surge get on the board. It is 2-1. Runner at the corners for 2 out for Savage, and that's a walk. Bases loaded, and 2 out for Forbes Jr. As that's a walk, and the game is tied. As Wizard will bat. As that's a base hit, and the Surge will take the lead. 2 runs by Wizard. It is a 4-2 ball game now. Monster will get a base hit. They will send a run around third, and he will score, and it is 5-2 now. As Mustard will bat. As that's a wild pitch, but no one will advance. As Mustard will take a walk. Bases loaded, 2 out for Taylor. As Taylor will get a fly ball to left. That will be caught for out number 3. But 5 runs in the bottom of the second means that the Surge have a 5-2 lead. As Alligator will bat now. And he gets a fly ball out to the left fielder there. Nice play. Jicey Jr. will get a ground out to the pitcher. Fuse will take a walk. Runner at first with 2 out for Benito. Benito, well, first a stolen base attempt, and he's safe. 5th for Fuse this season. Benito will get a ground ball out to the second baseman, and that's a scoreless top of the third. Bottom of the third we go now. As Denstro will bat. Swing and a miss for out number 1. Calavera will bat. As there's a fly ball out to the shortstop for out number 2. Valor Jr. will bat. Swing and a miss for out number 3, and that's a scoreless bottom of the third. Pitcher starting to stabilize a bit, although I could be jinxing myself. Top of the fourth we go now. As Rye will get a fly ball to left field, and that is out of field, and I did jinx myself. As the Crabs inch a bit closer, it is 5-3. As Goose will get a nice play by the second baseman. McGuire will get a fly ball to the pitcher, and he catches it for out number 2. Alou will take a walk. Runner at first with 2 out for Cove. As there's a stolen base attempt and he's safe. 9th for Alou this season. As Cove will get a base hit past the third baseman. And all of a sudden, it is a 1-run ball game. RBI double by Cove. As Alligator will bat. As there's a strikeout looking to end the top of the 4th. But 2 runs get Providence a bit closer. It is 5-4. Savage will bat with a full count. And he will get a ground ball to third. That will be out for out number 1. Phobos Jr. will swing and a miss for out number 2. Wizard will bat. And he will also swing and a miss for out number 3. And that's a scoreless bottom of the 4th. As Shiesty Jr. will lead it off in the top of the 5th. Strike 3 looking for out number 1. Fuse will get a fly ball to the second baseman. That'll be caught for out number 2. Benito. Swing. No, that's a strikeout. And he beats it out. That's a rare time that a strikeout does not result in an out. And that's a fly ball, ground out to the third baseman there for Rye. As that's a scoreless top of the 5th. Bottom of the 5th we go now. As Monster will swing and a miss for out number 1. Mustard will get a ground ball out to the second baseman. Taylor will face Buendia in the ball game now. As that will be a walk. Runner at first with 2 out for Denstro. As Denstro will swing and a miss for out number 3. And that's a scoreless bottom of the 5th. Top of the 6th we go as Goose will take a walk. Runner at first with no out for McGuire. As McGuire will get a base hit all the way to the wall. Will they send him around third? They will not. They will hold it up. As it is runner at second and third with no out for Alou. As Alou will swing and a miss for out number 1. Cove will get a grab on the second, but that will tie the game. 5-all now. As Alligator will get a fly out to the right fielder there. Nice play by Mustard. As that'll end the inning, but the Crabs get the tie. Bottom of the 6th. As the Surge try to get back that lead, and they will get a ground out by Calavera to first. Valor Jr. will swing and a miss for out number 2. As Savage will swing and a miss for out number 3. And that's a scoreless bottom of the 6th. As Shiesty Jr. will bat. I guess delete the index. As that will be a fly ball to center field. That will be caught for out number 1. Fuse will bat. As that will be a fly ball to right. That will be caught for out number 2. Benito will get a fly ball grab by the left fielder there. Nice sliding grab there. As that will be a scoreless top of the 7th. Stretch time in the powerhouse. Phobos Jr. will get a ground ball to first, who will take it to the bag for the first out. Wizard will strike out swinging for out number 2. As Monster will get a ground ball to the shortstop, but will beat it out. Infield hit. As DePotson's down the ball game now, facing Mustard with a full count. As that's a ground ball to third. And that's an out. So scoreless bottom of the 7th. Top of the 8th we go now. Rye will bat. As that's a fly ball. No, that's a base hit. The angle was deceiving, as that's a runner at first with no out for Goose. As that's a fly ball to right field. That will be caught. Runner stays at first for McGuire. Swing and a miss for out number 2. As Alou. And he gets picked off. Rye gets picked off at first, and it is a scoreless top of the 8th. Bottom of the 8th we go, as Taylor will bat. That's a base hit over the second baseman's head and into the right for a single. Denstro will get a no. Nice sliding grab by the center fielder there for the second out, and that's a strikeout swinging. Sorry, that was first out. This is the second out. Valor Jr. will swing and a miss for out number 3. And we are headed to the top of the 9th. 5-all in Buffalo. The Crabs batting. Alou will get a base hit into left for a single. Runner at first with no out for Cove. As Cove will get a base hit into right. Runner goes to third and will be safe. Runners at the corners with no out for Alligator. Alligator will take a walk. Bases loaded, no out for Shicey Jr. Walk, and the game is in the lead of Providence. As that was an RBI walk by Shicey Jr. As Fuse swing and a miss for out number 1. Benito swing and a miss for out number 2. As Rye will face Martin Roy and swing and a miss for out number 3, but the damage has been done. So we'll see if the Buffalo Surge can answer back and try to tie up this ball game. Hulk Savage will get a nice sliding grab by the center fielder there for out number 1. Fulbus Jr. will swing and a miss for out number 2. Last chance in Wizard. As Wizard will get a grab, and the game is over. What a grab by the right fielder there to save the day for Providence as they win 6-5. Some hitting. We have 3 hits for Rye, 2 hits for Cove, 2 hits for Monster. Deposit gets the win, Delete the Index gets the loss. Beef Rye is your player of the game. We're going to leave the game and save. The Raptors will beat the Vandals 1-0. For the hitting, we have 3 hits for Allen, 2 hits for Shrub. For the pitching, Cruiser gets the win, Donahue the loss, and Donahue's your player of the game. The Voyagers will beat the Aviators 4-0. For the hitting, we have 2 hits for Kim, 3 hits, 2 RBIs for Cove. Morgan gets the loss, Parker the win. Parker is your player of the game. The Sloths will beat the Pathfinders 5-3. For the hitting, 3 hits, 3 RBIs for Brzezinski, 2 hits for Cold and Albies. For the pitching, Starscream we will get the loss, DePoyo the win, Marvell the save, Jose Brzezinski is your player of the game. The Sea Serpents will win against the Rougarou 6-1 thanks to a 6-run bottom of the 8th. For the hitting, we have 2 hits for Goo, 2 hits for Quinn, Allard, and Miss, 3 hits for Plant. For the pitching, Sportsboy 57 gets the loss, Toll gets the win, and Toll is your player of the game. The Scorpions will walk it off in the 10th inning, 5-4, thanks to a Branmo Osman game-winning double. For the hitting, we have 3 RBIs for Sims, 2 hits for Slammer, 3 hits for Kulik Warren. For the pitching, Penalty gets the loss, Scott the win, Tsunami the second is your player of the game. The Stars will beat the Demons 7-3. with a hitting 2 hits for Apollo and Jackinson, 3 hits for Sov and Salamanca. For the pitching, Man gets the loss, Azwaje the win, Rodriguez the hold, Salamanca is your play of the game. And finally, the Space Rangers will beat the Apex 13-6. For the hitting, we have 4 hits for Morgan, 3 hits for Alvarez, Chains, Hokovado, 2 hits for Newman and Cross Erickson, 2 hits for Milligan. For the pitching, O'Wright gets the win, Leila the loss, and Arthur Morgan is your play of the game. And that's it for the majors. We're going to save. We'll see if that happens, Dynamic, as we're going to go to the minors. As the Rounders will beat the Hepcats 7-1. As a bunch of single hits for Kansas City, 2 hits for Barry and Stern, Thomas, and the other Stern, 3 hits, 3 RBIs for Cove. For the pitching, Globenspiel gets the loss. Aria gets the win. Rainier's Cove is your play of the game. The Wheelers will beat the Lemurs 4-0. For the hitting, 2 hits for Otage, Cove, Ziegler, 2 hits for Allen and McCannon. For the pitching, Buckley gets the hold, Law the win, Roberts the loss, and Law is your play of the game. The Dillos will beat the Kingpins 2-1. For the hitting, a bunch of single hits for Amarillo, 2 hits for Blanco, 3 hits for Beach. For the pitching, Ozrut will get the blown save, force the win, Man the save, Yosh gets the loss, Salad is your play of the game. The Firehawks will win against the Flamingos 8-1. For the hitting, we have 2 hits, 3 RBIs for McGillicuddy, 2 hits, 4 RBIs for Jolly, and 3 hits for DeVille, 2 hits for McQueen. For the pitching, Lord gets the win, Furnace the loss. Joseph Jolly is your play of the game. And finally, the Swifties will beat the Bears 5-3. For the hitting, we have 2 hits for Yoshironi, 2 hits for Yupi, 3 hits for Gonzalez, 2 hits for Leg. For the pitching, Beaver's character will get the win. Space gets the hold, Mantix the save. Ford the loss, Steven Gonzalez Jr. is your play of the game. And now to do it for the minors, as I'm going to double check if we have a majors, as we have a quick sim game, the 23rd. So we're going to save. And let's do the minors first. Let's see if there's majors games. Nope. But let's go to the minors first. It's been a while, so. As the Hepcats will win 6-3 against the Ranas. As we have 2 hits for Gambanzo, Steve-O, Dynasty, Lawrence, and Alzo, 3 hits for Cove. For the Hepcats, Apparel gets the win and the blown save, Shirazi gets the loss, and Damian Thriller is your play of the game. For the Kingpins, they beat the Dillos 10-9 in the bottom of the 12th. Oh, jeez. Hitting, we have a bunch of hits. Gonna save my throat a bit. 4 hits for Toxum here. 3 hits, 3 RBIs for Kid. With the pitching, we have Abel getting the loss and the blown save. Pacora the blown save. Yosh the hold. Garoppolo the win. Mills is the play of the game. The Flamingos will beat the Firehawks 5-2. For the hitting, 2 hits for Archer, Zen, and Jolly. 2 hits for Catillo, Fernandez, and McQueen. For the pitching, Slossberg gets the loss, Stoner the win, Confident the hold, Shu the save, Ichiban Tsukodu is your play of the game. The Lemurs will beat the Wheelers 2-0. For the hitting, we have 2 hits for Cove, 2 hits for Randburg, and Bullworm. For the pitching, Fisher gets the loss, McBob faces the win, and Bubbles gets the save, Ishio gets the hold, and Herbert Fisher is your player of the game. And finally, we have the Swifties beating the Bears 7-5. For the hitting, we have 3 hits for Yoshironi, 3 hits, 3 RBIs for Asaro, 2 hits, 3 RBIs for Patterson. For the pitching, McChapperson gets the win, T2 gets the hold, Kremlin the save, Squirrel gets the loss, and Asaro is your player of the game. Let's save. Let's head to the majors now. As the Crabs beat the Raptors 6-3. For the hitting, 3 hits for Alligator, 2 hits for Shicey Jr., Rai, and Alu, 2 hits for Vacuum. I'm sorry, Gonzalez. For the pitching, Choi gets the win, Ovechkin the loss. Junha Choi is your player of the game. The Sloths will beat the Voyager. Oh my. Woo! Oh my god. Oh my god. 7-6 in the bottom of the 16th. You can't make this stuff up. Oh my goodness. So let's look at the hitting. 2 hits for DeMars and Paladors. 3 hits, 3 RBIs for Cove. 4 hits for Long Pipe. 3 hits, 3 RBIs for Vito. Pitching. Close against the loss. Mitchell gets the win. Vito's your player of the game. Pretty incredible. The Pathfinders will beat the Aviators 8-7 on a walk-off 3-run home run by Prozatsky. For the hitting, we have 2 hits for Kaoru and Donuts, 4 hits for Johnson Jr., 3 hits for Brinkley Jr. and Love. For the pitching, Tochu gets the loss and the blown save. Mao gets the win. Hatsukaru is your player of the game. The Surge will beat the Vandals 6-2. For the hitting, 2 hits for Forbes Jr. and Mustard and Valor Jr., 2 hits for Garfield. For the pitching, we have Hooper getting the win, Lothbuck the loss, and Mio Hooper is your player of the game. The Space Rangers will beat the Toros 7-3. For the hitting, we have 2 hits each for Morgan, Eminem, Alvarez, and Erickson, as well as Bluesky and Jingleheimer Schmidt. For the pitching, Macarena gets the win, Marston the save, Strode the loss, and Macarena is your player of the game. The Sea Serpents will beat the Stars 4-3. For the hitting, we have 2 hits each for Salamanca and Sauve, as well as Hayes. For the pitching, Claudaddy gets the loss, Good the win, Bouchard the hold, Wright the save. Good is your player of the game. The Detroit Demons will beat the Rugu 7-4. For the hitting, we have 2 hits each for Granholm, Burnside, Apollo, Jackson, and Therese, as well as Stradley and Schobel Jr. For the pitching, Page gets the win, Rogoski the hold, Delling the save, North gets the loss. Vito Page is your player of the game. And finally, we have the Scorpions beating the Apex 3-2. For the hitting, we have 2 hits each for Hammer, Salmon Arms, and Verrero. For the pitching, we have Rove getting the loss, Petrovich the win and the blown save, Secret the save, and Lebowski is your player of the game. And that'll be it for the majors. Let's save, and we're gonna head to our final streamed game, which is which is, once I get to it, Detroit versus NOLA. So let's get there. Give you some time. Give you some time to. You probably have enough time to bet, but I'm giving you time anyway, because why not? Give you some time to bet. And then we will get started. 30 more seconds. Oh, jeez. Okay. Why does it always seem like I'm soft when I'm not? Meh. Oh, well. Alright, that should be enough time. So, in 5 seconds, I will close the prediction. And we will get started with this ball game. There we go. Cool. Let's begin. Quentin O'Quarters against Aaron Silence. As Granholm will face off against Aaron Silence. As the pitch is in, and that's a fly ball to center field that will be caught for out number 1. Dogwood will take a walk. Runner at first with 1 out for Burnside. Burnside will get a fly ball to left. That will be caught at the warning track for out number 2. Apollo will get a base hit down the right field line. Will they send the runner around third? They will not. And it is runners at second and third with 2 out for Jackinson. As Jackinson swings and misses for out number 3. And that's a scoreless top of the first. Bottom of the first we go. As Bang will face off against Quentin O'Quarters. That's a strikeout looking for out number 1. Fakar will bat. As he gets plunked. So, runner at first with 1 out for Goo. As Goo will strike out looking for out number 2. Stradley will get a fly ball to left field, and that's out of here. 2-run home run for Stradley as the Rougarou take an early 2-0 lead. As Tulowitzki will bat. As that'll be a base hit into left for a single. Shanahan will bat now. As that's a strike 3 looking, and that's a end of the bottom of the first, but the Rougarou take the lead early, 2-0. As Vida will bat with a full count. As there is a fly ball to right. That will be caught at the warning track for out number 1. Gunk Jr. will get a fly ball out to the center fielder there for a second out. Nakamura will get a ground ball out to the second baseman, and it's a scoreless top of the second. As McClobber will bat. As he will get a fly ball to right. That will be caught for out number 1. As Hammerman will get a fly ball to center field that will be caught for out number 2. Strobel Jr. will take strike 3 looking for out number 3, and that's a scoreless bottom of the second. as Therese will bat. As that's a base hit past the shortstop and into left for a single. Runner at first with no out for, and there's a rain delay. Oh boy. As there's a walk by Granholm. As Dogwood will get a ground ball to third to second to first for the double play. And that's a fly out to center as Detroit cannot answer. We have the bottom of the third now. As Bang will get a ground ball to second for the first out. As that will be a ground ball to the third baseman there for the out. Goo will get a ground fly ball out to the right fielder there, and that's a scoreless bottom of the third inning. As Apollo will get a base hit just past the shortstop and into center for a single. As there's a bunch of rain. Oh boy, rain delay, 68 minutes. There's a stolen base attempt and he's safe. As the pitch is thrown and there's a walk by Jackinson. As Capspace will enter the ball game now. As that's a base hit past the third baseman. They will send him around to score, and he does. So an RBI single by Vida, or an RBI double by Vida, and it is 2-1 New Orleans. As Gunk Jr. with a full count strikes out looking for out number 2. Or, sorry, out number 1. Nakamura will get a base hit over the leaping second baseman, and the game is tied. Therese will bat. As that is a strike 3 looking as it is a second out. As Granholm will get a ground ball to short to second. As that will end the top half of the fourth. But the Detroit Demons tie the ball game up. It is 2-2. As Stradley will bat now. As that will be a base hit into left for a single. Tulowitzki will bat. And does a pickoff and is successful. Out number 1. Tulowitzki will get a ground ball too short for an out. Shanahan will get a ground ball to the shortstop, and that's an out. So that's a scoreless bottom of the fourth. Dogwood will bat now. As that's a swing and a miss for out number 1. Burnside comes up to the plate. As that's a ground ball to first, who will take it to the bag for the out. Apollo will get a ground ball to third, and that's an out. That's a scoreless top of the fifth. Bottom of the fifth we go now. Still tied 2-2. As Hunter Jackson enters the ball game now. McCullough will get a ground ball to the second baseman, who will throw to first for the out. As Hammerman will get a fly ball to left field that will be caught for out number 2. As Strobel Jr. will get a fly ball to left, be caught for out number 3. And that's a scoreless bottom of the fifth. Top of the sixth. And Jackinson will lead it off. As there's a fly ball to left, or right, and that's an out. Out number 1. Vida will get a ground ball to second, and that's a second out. Gunk Jr. will get a fly ball to left, and that's a scoreless top of the sixth. Bottom of the sixth we go now. As Bang will bat, and that's a strikeout looking for out number 1. Fakar will bat now. As that will be a fly ball to center field. That will be caught at the warning track for out number 2. Goo will get a ground ball to first, and he beats it out. Runner at first with 2 out for Stradley. As Stradley will get a fly ball to left. That will be caught for out number 3, as that is a scoreless bottom of the 6th. As Nakamura will bat, as that's a ground ball out to the shortstop. Therese will bat, as that's a base hit into center for a single. Granholm will get a base hit over the center fielder's head. That will send the runner around third, and he will score, and the Detroit Demons take the lead. And RBI triple by Granholm, as Dogwood will face Tentacion. That's a ground ball, no, booted by the third baseman, and a runner will score. 4-2 Demons now. As Burnside strikes out, looking for out number 2. Swing and a miss for out number 3. But the Demons take the lead in the top of the 7th. Stretch time at Full Moon Stadium. Tulowitzki will get a ground ball out to the shortstop. Shanahan will get a ground ball to the second baseman. That will be thrown out. McClubber will swing and a miss for out number 3, and that's a scoreless bottom of the 7th. Top of the 8th. Jackinson will lead it off. That's a booted ground ball by the third baseman for a error. Vita will swing and a miss for out number 1. Gunk Jr. will bat. Swing and a miss for out number 2. Nakamura will get a ground ball out to the third baseman there for out number 3. Bottom of the 8th we go. See if New Orleans can tie this game up. Hammerman will bat with a full count, and he swings and misses for out number 1. Strobel Jr. will bat, and that's a ground ball to third. That'll be an out. Bang will bat, and that's a fly ball out to the center fielder there, and that's a scoreless bottom of the 8th. Last chance for Detroit, top of the 9th. Therese will bat, and that's a swing and a miss for out number 1. Granholm will bat. That's a strikeout looking for out number 2. Dogwood with a full count will get a scribbler to the third baseman, and he will beat it out. No throw. Burnside will bat, as there's a walk. Runner at first and second with 2 out for Apollo. As that will be a ground ball to third. That will be thrown to second for the out. And let's see if New Orleans can tie this game or win. 2 to tie, 3 or more to win. As Fakar will lead it off for Figdelling. Swing and a miss for out number 1. Goo will get a ground ball out to the first baseman. Last chance in Stradley. As Stradley will swing and a miss, and the Demons will win 4-2. Quickly, box scores. We have 2 hits for Dogwood, Apollo, and Therese, as well as Stradley. For the pitcher, we have Jackson getting the win, Delling the save, Capspace getting the loss, and Stradley is replaying the game, and then the rain delay. We're going to go save. And we're going to see box scores. The Voyagers will beat the Sloths 6-2. A little Sanu game this time. It's understatement. 3 hits for Dion. 3 hits, 2 RBIs for Vito. For the pitching, Patey V2 gets the win. Antonio gets the loss. Dion is your player of the game. The Pathfinders will beat the Aviators on a walk-off 3-run home run by Josef Pilsudski. For the hitting, 2 hits, 2 hits for Karu, 3 hits for Khan, 2 hits for Lewis, Mills, and Emite. For the pitching, Otto gets the hold, Williams the loss and the blown save, Toussaint the win, and Jones is your play of the game. The Surge will beat the Vandals 4-2. For the hitting, 2 hits for Forbes Jr., Monster, and Valor Jr., 2 hits for Dobson and Swerve Jr. For the pitching, Clifton the win, Shrem the hold, Hackenbush the save, Jackson the loss, and Dolores Clifton is your play of the game. Let's see here. The Raptors will beat the Crabs 5-4 on a walk-off. Home run by Gonzalez against James Ronlane. For the hitting, 2 hits for Scheisse Jr., 3 RBIs for Fuse, 2 hits, 2 RBIs for Vacuum and McMagic. For the pitching, Ronlane gets the loss, Chef the win, Gonzalez is your play of the game. And we have the Toros beating the Space Rangers 6-3. For the hitting, 2 hits for Alvarez and Cross Erickson, 2 hits for Jackson, Stringerheimer, Schmidt, Q, and Crocs out. Pitching, Benjamin gets the loss, knocked the win and the blown save. Wheeler gets the save, and Sampson is your play of the game. The Sea Serpents will win against the Stars 7-5. For the hitting, 2 hits for Steiner and Windsor, 2 hits for Miss, and 4 RBIs for a Plant. For the pitching, Cream gets the loss, Diaz the win, James the save. Piranha Plant is your play of the game. So that one, the Scorpions will beat the Apex 3-1. For the hitting, 2 hits for Milligan, 2 hits for Kulik Warren, and 2 RBIs for him as well. For the pitching, Esparza gets the loss, Clifton the win, Scott the save, Jones is your play of the game. And that's it for the majors. We're going to check out the minors now. The Dillers will beat the Kingpins 11-10. What is with these games? Oh my goodness. Hitting 4 hits for Name and Ruiz, 3 hits for Bernard and Mills, 4 hits for Kidd. For the pitching, Man gets the win, Aljus gets the hold, Force the save, Bottom the loss, and the blown save. Ruiz is your play of the game. The Lemurs will beat the Wheelers 3-2. 2 hits for Otage, Reyes, Cove, and Ziegler, as well as McCannon, Beatty Jr., and Allen. For the pitching, Guza gets the blown save, Abernathy Jr. gets the loss, Bubbles the winner, Shioka the save, and Mrs. Duck is your play of the game. The Rounders will beat the Hepcats 8-3. Yeah. And in football news, Texas just scored a touchdown because, of course. For the hitting, we have 2 hits each for Gabonzo, Marcus, Dynasty, Lawrence, and Mantle. 2 hits for DeYoung, Barry, Wazowski, 3 hits for Stern and Thomas. For the pitching, Melga gets the loss, maybe the win, and Bigger Thomas is your play of the game. The Firehawks will win against the Flamingos 6-3. For the hitting, 2 hits for T1000, Archer, Zen, and Newfan. 3 hits for Daniels, 2 hits for Fernandez and Catil. For the pitching, Conklin gets the win and the blown save. Lord gets the hold, Chu gets the loss, and Archer is your play of the game. And finally, the Bears will win against the Swifties 5-3. For the hitting, 2 hits for Cool Crab, 2 hits for 3 RBIs for James, 2 hits for Streamer. For the pitching, Bones gets the lost field of the win. Bear the save. Colton James is your player of the game. And that's it for the minor leagues. We're going to go save, and we're going to go to a quick standings, because I'm curious. So right now, the Firehawks lead the entire minor leagues at 3 games out in front. And then second, tied, all the Bears and the Lemurs. Tied for the 4-5 are the Kingpins and Ranas, and Wheelers Armadillos are 0. And still in it, because this series is crazy, is Hepcats and Swifties at 1 back and Flamingos at 2 back. This is probably the tightest I've ever seen the minors, and I love it. Or at least I would love it if I wasn't a GM anymore. I would say that. But no, in all seriousness, it's great to see the minors have this much competition. It really truly feels like anyone could win, which is, you would never say that, right? You would never say that. You always have that team that's on top. But this season, I just don't know if there's like a top team that's like, oh, they're gonna win it all guaranteed, which is great. So yeah, not good for my psyche, but I'm used to it, so it's okay. For the not pitching, I meant to say the majors. We have a 3-way tie at the top of the East because of course we do. The Pathfinders lead the Legends West by 6 games. Yep, well back. This was crazy last season, and it'll continue to be crazy this season. Um, the Space Rangers lead the Champions East by 2 games against the still pretty close. I mean, the Apex kind of struggled down the stretch this stream, but I mean to have a winning record at the end of the stream is pretty impressive. Poor Ruguru. I mean, do I really have to say anything else about? I mean, I'm sorry. I'm sorry if you're a Ruguru fan. I actually really am sorry. But this is exciting though. The Champions wildcard is competitive so far. Obviously, there's still plenty of time, but yeah, I mean, if you're a Sea Serpents fan, Apex fan, Demons and Swords, I guess you can't complain too much. And even here, it's still pretty tight. So that'll be still a long way to go, but it should be a fun rest of the season. So let's get to the upload. Let's save again, and let's make. Oh, please don't crash on me this one. Okay. Yeah. Well. League file, checking league file, and that's it. All right. As soon as I press a button, 6. By one of the actually formerly Space Rangers. Whatchamacallit? It used to be the Supernovas. Uh, and yeah, they won 6 games. This is a long story. So it is Ask the Booth time. So any questions you want to have answered, I will do my best. Let's make a in the booth. Ask the booth. Yeah, it's a again, like I mentioned, it's a very long story. My apologies for the weird placement. But yeah, let's make this bigger. There we go, beautiful. No, well, it's effectively bots in the sense of a lot of inactives. So basically, long story short, that team used to be competitive, and then they decided to tear it all the way down. Like, I wasn't there at the time, but that's at least what I've heard. So and I would just say also, sorry to the GMs because I actually do like them from before, but they made some bad choices when it comes to defense. I'll just leave it at that. Actually, Kobe, if you're still around, actually, you should know because I knew that you wrote an article lambasting them a while back. So if you're still around, sorry, I don't mean to point you out like that, but yeah. Yes. Yeah, it was. It's a long story with that, but yeah, it's pretty sad. I mean, yeah, that is by far the worst. So I think it's the only time that a team has even had more than like 7, which is says a lot. Obviously, I mean, yeah, you can check the index with that. But captain, people weren't very happy when it happened. Hey, Ray. Hey, well, you kind of came a bit late. We finished the first week. My condolences. You missed a lot of great games. Um, but yeah, come stay with us. It's Ask the Booth time. So, have fun. Enjoy. Oh, sorry. Yeah, I was in the bathroom again. I should have turned it off, but I didn't feel like it. So, yeah, sorry about that. Oh, yeah. So it's a wireless headphone, so it works like that. Sorry about that. I had a feeling about that. Yeah, I know. Yeah, it should be better now. Yes. What? Yeah, I did. I did. I didn't feel like muting myself. I was just like, yeah, I thought I yeah, we have weird things going on with that. Heh. I mean, maybe no, I'm kidding. I can't. Um, but I mean, I would love to do what you do. I mean, as an option, that's always fun. Also, wait, why are you working on a Saturday? I get that's the business, but. Uh, oh yeah. That's true. That's fair. Oh yeah, the miners were wacky back then. Like, it's actually incredible what happened on the miners just because of like how the system worked in terms of there was a lot of bots and IAs. I mean, if you know anything about me, it's the Astros. Come on now. Sorry, haters. It's okay. Um, yeah. That's true. I mean, I'm sure that's a lot of fun. Oh, Texas up 14 nothing. Yeah, I knew this was gonna happen. Talking, of course, the football game, but yeah. I'm happy the Diamondbacks won. I hope they win and then lose to us. Sorry, but seriously, I do like that you guys are doing so. Well, I actually used to be in like when I was at college. I used to work in like this media job thing where I could actually be in the media center, and that was so much fun. Even though, as you mentioned, we didn't. But yeah. Oh no! Speaking of my college football team, just lost. Rip. That's okay. Hey, listen. I'd be happy if the Diamondbacks won, as long as it's not the Phillies. As long as it's the Phillies or the Rangers, I could care less. Ultimately, like, what have we said? Yeah. Oh, this is a long story because I have a lot of sports I follow. So in baseball, I root for the Astros first, but I do like the Mets. I would say that's like 1A, 1B. And basketball, Rockets are my main team. But I do like the Nets and the Knicks. I think I prefer the Nets over the Knicks. Football, Texans. But I do like the Jets. Um, oh, nice. Yeah, it's a long story. Long story short, it's just basically two of the places I lived, and of course Yankees. Why would I root for the Yankees, right? So, so there you go. So, actually, I used to actually be a Yankees fan, and then the Astros got good. I was like, nah. And hockey is the Devils. Um, but I also like the Kraken as well. The Kraken on my West team until Houston gets a team. Um, and then soccer, I'm a Dynamo fan in MLS. Liverpool is my like non-MLS sphere team. And then yeah, that's basically it I could think of. Oh well, I guess college basketball is Kentucky Wildcats. Yeah, that's not my college team. That's just a team. That's not the college team since I went to college. I didn't go to college in Kentucky, but I am a Kentucky Wildcats fan. Uh, and then I went to college at Columbia, so I root for their sports. Or I try to. It's hard sometimes. So, and I also like Houston Athletics in terms of. That's why I was mentioning the Texas Houston game. So Harden. Oh God. Well, that's. I mean, I always. It's a tough feeling for him because of what he did to us in 2020. It's a tough. I don't know. I mean, honestly, I don't know. I kind of split both ways, honestly. I would say I appreciate everything he's done for us, but everything after 2020 has been a mess. Although I don't think he's the issue behind a lot of the reasons he left. I don't think he should have been a diva about what he did. But I also don't like in Philly he was not the problem. In the Nets he was not the problem. Um, that's how I feel about him. That being said, I did not want him back. Not because I didn't like him, but because I felt like it would be too much money. But I do admit he would have been a great help playmaking wise. So, who knows? I mean, I would appreciate him coming back. It just wouldn't be my first option. So no, oh well, that would assume I accomplish anything. No, no, that would don't want to be mean. I'm trying to think of something. Well, the thing is, Harden. The thing is, I've done much better team wise than Harden has done the equivalent. So And it says that Philly and the Nets never made it to the finals. Um, I also was not the main person. I did win stuff. I'm just having fun. Yeah, thank you. Yeah, I just. Yeah, everyone, all the Raiders considering signing up. I know people have said that to you ad nauseum, but really, it's a lot of fun. So. Huh. Dank memes? Sure, why not? I mean, I don't really follow memes that much. I'm old after all. Well, not that old, but old enough. So, but like if I'm shown one, yeah, I'll like it. Not really something I follow though. Type. Oh, sorry. I thought. No, I thought that my typing wouldn't be heard, but that's okay. I'm working on machine learning homework because I thought we're just out here, so I thought why not work on it while we're waiting for the upload. So, yeah. Thanks. Yeah. Yeah, it's fun. Oh, looks like the upload's done. Let me go to the upload site. Once I can find it, that'd be great. Gotta do one quick thing. Alright, and we are done. So I just want to thank everyone for watching today. And we will see you, I believe the next stream will probably be Tuesday. I don't know who's streaming, so we have to wait for that. But I will see you guys later. So have a good night, I guess afternoon night.